Hello everybody, HCC788 here. Yes, that HCC788. And this is video number 2 in my Minecraft project. And I'm going to show you around my first house. This is the first house that I really built in the world, not counting, a temporary wooden structure to make it through the first night. This was the first house that I actually lived in. It's been built up quite a bit since I first created it. It was originally just this box structure here, but it was expanded. I made a second floor out of it. I expanded over in this direction to create a staircase, but I'll just go ahead and show you inside. This is the condition it was in when I left it and moved out and decided to build a larger house. The larger house, if you watch the first video, is over there, and we'll take a tour of that in the future. Pardon me, Mr. Llama. But yes, this first house, and these are my chests, which have just many different things in them. Just they're totally random, totally unsorted. Yeah, I didn't have any system for sorting items. But one of the first things that I did, in fact, it's how I got a lot of this cobblestone, is to start mining. So the most important thing, other than the bed in my first house, is my first mine, which is just down here. Yeah, I went down to a level where I could get diamonds, and yeah, that was my first goal, is to get diamonds. But I also ran into my first geode, which, as you can see, I've mostly hollowed out. So geodes were new to me. They did not exist in earlier versions of Minecraft that I played. So yeah, that was just a totally new thing. It was kind of cool. I used some of those blocks in the new house. But there, I discovered that on the way down to my first mine shaft, and as you can see, I did quite a lot of branch mining here. That was the technique of mining that was popular at the time, the last time I played Minecraft, and I seem to have left some iron here. I'll just collect that real quick. Methods for mining, they've changed over the years. When I first started playing Minecraft, you would basically just dig down and dig out every block at a certain level and create huge caverns and giant underground rooms. I left some lapis there too, but that's not super important. I also have lots of redstone, so not looking for that. Branch mining became popular probably about the second time I started playing Minecraft. I have been involved with Minecraft several times over the years. I always go through these phases where I play it for a while, for a long time even, but then, life gets busy and I just I move on to other things, and I just don't have time to keep up with it. So I'll be away from it for several years, and then I'll come back. And when I come back, there's always something new. So even this time, I've been playing for a few months, but there are lots of mobs and blocks and items that are new to me that I have yet to discover. So that's one of the cool things about Minecraft, is that even coming back to it years later and after playing it for many, many hours over the years, there's still something new, still something to discover. Yeah, that was my first mine, my first bed, my first furnaces. Anything left in there? Nope, nothing left in the furnaces. And then I made a second floor, and there's nothing really up here now. Although, there's this table here. What's this? The fletching table or whatever it is. And a crafting table. But this is where I did my enchanting. I had bookcases up here and an enchanting table. But I took all of that down when I moved to the new house. There's nothing up here anymore. And I thought these blocks from the geode would look kind of cool, kind of mystical for an enchanting room. So that's why that's there. It was my first attempt at some decoration, something that wasn't entirely functional and made out of wood or cobblestone. But yeah, this was very early in the game. Shortly after I built the house, I built the fence around it because I got sick of creepers getting in and blowing things up, and other mobs spawning near me and making me unable to use the bed to sleep. So yeah, I have some gates here with some pressure plates so I can go in, but the mobs can't come in from the outside. And that's pretty much it as far as my first house goes. I moved in right next door to this fellow here. Yeah, there's yeah, the fence actually goes right up through his house. So that's pretty much it for the first house. It was pretty basic, but it served its purpose for a while, for probably about maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, until I decided to advance in the game, to go to the Nether, to go to the end and beat the End Dragon, which I did, and to get access to other blocks. I will mention one other thing in this video before we move on, and that is about creative mode. This is intended to be a survival world, but early in this world, I went out here into the desert. Actually, as you can see from the map, there's a lot of desert in this area. But when I was trying to figure out how to make certain redstone devices, I'd just pop into creative mode and make redstone devices in creative mode, and you know, just figure out how it works. And then if I could figure out how it works, I would go back into survival mode and gather materials, and I would build it in my survival world. And that was okay, I guess. I mean, there's no rules, right? There's nothing saying I can't do it. But what I've decided is that I want this to be a survival world, so I'm not going to do anything in creative in this world. If I need to test a redstone device, I'll create a creative world for that purpose, and I'll just do it in that creative world. So these mostly broken redstone devices are, I guess, a testament to an earlier era in this world where I would pop into creative for certain purposes and test things out. But yeah, so that's it's almost nighttime now. So that is my comment on creative mode. There are things that I want to do in creative mode, things I want to test in creative mode, but I'm not going to do it in this world. This world, from this point on, is going to be a survival-only world. In fact, it has been a survival-only world for quite some time. I haven't built anything in creative over there for a couple months. But yeah, I just wanted to make a comment on what my intentions are. My intention is to keep this in survival mode, to gather the resources that I need to build things, and to build them with the materials that I gain from the world. So that's what I had to say about that. This is not going to be a creative world. This will be a survival world, and even though I'm not ready to show the building here just yet, I will take you to the inside of that building soon. But as you can see, I gathered a lot of glass and stone to build this building. Well, where did I get a lot of that sand for glass? As you may have noticed, well, there's a bunch of sand right there. Some of it came from there, but over here there is a massive desert, and that provided a lot of sand, which I could smelt then into glass. And that provided the glass for this large structure here. It's not necessarily a very pretty structure, but it serves its purpose. It just kind of looks like a big glass box skyscraper, which is common in a lot of modern cities. So I thought it was fine. But we're going to see if we can be more decorative with some of our future builds. But anyway, that was just a brief tour of my first house in this Minecraft world. And I think in the next video, I will give you a tour. Oh, there's a creeper. I will give you a tour of the second house. Let's get that guy. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, anyway, so didn't kill that creeper quite in time. So in my next video, I will... And there's a spider. I will take you and give you a tour of the second house, but for the time being, I guess that's all for now, and I will talk to you next time.